This is the Sheldon MacLeod Show on News 95.7. Now, here's Sheldon.
All right, welcome back to the broadcast. It is Wednesday, municipal issues coming forward. One of the municipal issues that happened yesterday was a vote on a motion put forward by the councillor for Middle and Upper Sackville Beaverbank. And Councillor Lisa Blackburn wanted to do something about flyers and flyer distribution. In fact, it's called a first step. In fact, it would see violations if you don't want flyers delivered to your home, $250 minimum penalty. And that's for the company, $25 for an individual contractor. As this was being discussed, an open letter was sent to Regional Council, along with us in the media, and that letter was signed by Charles Montpetit. And Charles joins us from Montreal here on the line this afternoon. Charles, welcome to the show.
Hi.
This idea that if you don't want flyers delivered and they show up and there's a $250 fine, sounds fair. You didn't, you had a warning, a caution. What are you warning us about?
Well, the thing is, we've had that in Montreal for more than 20 years, and the problem is, first of all, a low fine will not deter the company from keeping the deliveries going on, because it will just be considered the cost of doing business. In Montreal, it starts at $200, but for the second offense, it shoots up to $1,000, and further offenses after that, it's $2,000 for the people who contravene the regulation. And even that is not being respected by the companies for a different reason. It's because there are no inspectors who actually enforce the law. And the people who deliver leaflets know that. So if Halifax doesn't enforce its own regulation, then having a new fine on the books is not going to change anything.
Charles, if I have to ask, do they fine the person delivering the flyer? Because that sounds like what Halifax is proposing, that the person who actually throws it into your driveway or on your sidewalk, if you don't want that they may be personally found to be violating the law and fined personally $25.
I believe, yes, that would apply to the $25 part, but the $200 part would apply to the company, which is what is being done in Montreal. The fines that I've just mentioned that shoot up to $2,000 are for companies.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Montreal were to charge the people delivering them, whether that would change perhaps the efficacy of this for you.
I doubt that, because first of all, even as this is being done in Montreal, the people who deliver the leaflets change every week. It's a very tough job, and I sympathize with it. It's very low paid, and it's grueling. And the thing is, they don't last long. So the moment you complain, by the time somebody pays attention to your complaint, the delivery person will have changed. So there's no way to track these people. And what I suggest, since we know the time and place where deliveries are taking place, then inspectors should actually be on the spot to catch the people red-handed, which they are not doing right now, and which I recommend that Halifax does from the get-go. Because the moment you start establishing the principle that this is not going to be enforced, it will be too late after that to backtrack and say, oh, now we're going to enforce the law. And
as a matter of fact, one of the councillors did raise that as an issue concern. There would not be enforcement, there would not be fines, which means this is toothless.
Well, it's toothless if you don't actually sample, let the companies sample the fines in the first place. I'm not saying that you should catch everybody for every single offense. There's no law on the books that requires that. You don't have to find all the people who park illegally in order to have a law about parking. So if from the get-go, the moment that the fine is official in Halifax, if they start having inspectors who deliver a few sample fines, then the company will understand that the city means business.
Words to the wise, and Charles, I thank you for sending this letter, and we hope that Council will take into account what you're saying. Message received.
And I recommend one last thing. there are stickers that people can put on their mailbox to turn down the leaflets. But unfortunately, they cannot be obtained by mail in Halifax. So if people want them, they can just write to me at antipublisac.com.
Charles, merci.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Charles Montpetit has mentioned, and he mentioned a website, and it's ANTIPUB, LISAC.com.